What's going on, everybody? This is going to be an update to my previous video regarding the firmware update for the Retron 77 and how you can add your ROMs to the SD card. The Retron 77 does come with some homebrew games, but you're only able to add a few ROMs to the SD card right out of the box, so you'll want to do this update. It's important to note that you'll only be able to do this update on a Windows PC. First, you'll need a micro SD card reader similar to this one. Take the micro SD card out of the back of the Retron 77 and put it into your SD card reader. Then put your micro SD card reader in an available USB slot on your computer and open up the contents. This is what you will see. We're going to have to format the micro SD card, but before we do, we want to save the games that were included on the SD card with the Retron 77. Make a folder named Retron 77 Homebrews on your desktop. Then open up all of the games on the micro SD card. Select all the games and drag them onto the folder that you just made on your desktop. Next, select the micro SD card drive from your file explorer. Be sure that you're selecting the correct drive, because we need to format the micro SD card and we don't want to format the wrong drive. Right-click, then select Format. Check the box that says Quick Format. Select Start. Once this is done, your SD card is now empty. So now we have to put the updated firmware on the SD card. You'll want to go to this website and download the latest Retron 77 firmware. I have links in the description for all of the websites needed. As you can see, it's the R77 firmware 6.6.0. Click on it. Then scroll down and click where it says SD card IMG. This will download the update to your computer. Drag it to your desktop. Then click back to the first page we were on. We'll want to download an additional file while we're here on the Stella website. I'll explain what this file is for later. It's the Retron 77 Custom Snapshots zip file. Click on it to download it, then drag that file to your desktop. To create the image on your SD card, we'll need to download Bellina Etcher. Next, you'll need to install this program onto your computer. Once installed, open up the program. You will see this window. Click on Flash from File, then select the firmware file that you downloaded from the Stella website. It's the file called sdcard.img. Then to select the target, click Select Target and then find the SD card drive and select it. Now be sure that this is the SD card drive that you select, because you will lose a drive and all of its information by selecting the wrong drive. Once you've selected the correct drive, simply click Flash. This will take a minute or two. Now you have the latest firmware on your SD card. Now we'll need to add ROMs. If you don't have ROMs, you can find a bunch of them online. Atari Mania has a set of ROMs that you can download from this website. Once downloaded, make a folder for Atari ROMs on your desktop and drag your zip file there. Then unzip it. There will be a ton of games there, but they're not organized at all. Open up the SD card on your computer. You may have to unplug and replug the SD card to your computer in order for it to be recognized. Then make a folder called Games. Open up the Games folder. I like to organize my ROMs, so I'll make a folder named A through G, one named H through R, one named S through Z, then a separate folder for homebrews. Then open the folder that you made to put your Retron 77 games that came with it and drag it to your homebrew games folder. Now open up the folder where you unzipped the games. Select the numbered games through the letter G and drag them all to the A through G folder. Then select the games H through R and drag them to the H through R folder. Then select the games S through Z and drag them to the appropriate folder. While we are here, I have some folders of some homebrew games that I purchased, as well as some others that I found on Atari Age. I'll drag these folders to the homebrew folder on the SD card. Now we want to unzip the Retron 77 snapshots.zip file to a folder on our desktop. Once unzipped, then open up the folder and select all of the files. Then drag them to this folder. These are preview pictures for homebrews and other games that are not included with the update. So now your Retron 77 has been successfully updated. So let's put the SD card back into the Retron 77 and check it out. As you can see, the folders that we made in the games folder are all there. A through G, H through R. There are the games that are in the A through G folder. As you can see on the right side, there are previews of most of the games. There are going to be a number of games that do not have previews, but most of them do in this package that we had downloaded from Atari Mania. Now, the last thing that I want to show you is the homebrews folder. Reason being is the games that I put on here, most of them, as you can see, they have previews also. And this is because we downloaded that package from the Stella website that had the extra snapshots on it. You won't get all of the previews for those either, but you'll get additional ones as well if you do that extra step. So I appreciate you guys watching. If you like this video, drop a like and please subscribe to the channel. It helps us out a bunch. Have a blessed day and we'll see you on the next one.